Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Stardew Valley 1.6 playthrough series. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well today, folks. So we are back on the farm. It is the 27th of summer, of course, year 1. And we got 2 days remaining in summer here, right? So the 27th, the 28th, and then it will bring on the dawn of fall, which of course has all kinds of new opportunities like new crops, new fish, get some community center bundles complete, etc, etc. So we're gonna rock and roll here, folks, and the first thing you might notice is, well, yeah, the house looks a little bigger. Well, it sure does. It sure does. So of course the house upgrade has been complete, and we have a kitchen now, as you can see over here. I'm gonna just move the bed right there. Let's flick on the old tube here. So we have the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies on the beach, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah, we'll stop by there. Why not? And the spirits are in good humor today. But we do have a kitchen, and the nice thing about the kitchen is you do get the fridge here. So the fridge can enable you to put ingredients in here, and then you can go to the oven here and just make, you know, one of the many meals that you've been learning, you know, every Sunday and kind of randomly throughout the game as your friendship levels, rise. So that's kind of a nice thing. One particular thing we do have to make is the maki roll, so we will certainly do that. Need to get a little bit of rice. You can buy that from Pierre. So we'll certainly be doing that here, I don't know, in the next week or so. In-game, of course. But let's get out on the farm and let's see if we have anything that has sprouted up. So it looks like we have got some honey, we've got some hot peppers, got a few poppies as well. All good stuff. We will simply sell it. Looks like we have some corn as well. Good stuff. Certainly be taking the corn. The rainbow trout pond wants a unit of honey. Well, I've got what you're looking for here, rainbow trout. And then, of course, 2 maple syrup. Just a little bit off on that yet. We'll get there in due time. So let's see. Do we have anything else? Doesn't look like it. Perfect. All right, let's run to the box here and just get some of the stuff sold. A sturgeon roe, we can hold on to that, make some more caviar. But let's sell the corn, keep the squash, sell the poppy, sell the hot pepper. You bet. And first things first here, folks, let's get our fine dog, the Luna machine, all watered up, taken care of, loved up on, of course. Let's get something recycling here. Let's get some iron processing. So let's go 25. 5 coal. You bet. Just rocking and rolling with this. And into tend to our fine animal friends. Let's grab these batteries as well. Okay, very nice. Alright, do we have a full-grown pig? And it certainly appears as if the pig is full-grown. The pig has added some weight. Has filled out just a little bit, right? We do get another large goat milk there. That's very nice. So let's get this pig outside, and what the pig will do is, you know, for those of you not aware, the pig will actually, when outside, dig up truffles for you. And it's obviously on you to find those truffles after they are discovered by the pig. And we're, of course, very much looking forward to that. Alright, so we have a bunch of eggs. We got our little bunny pal here. Cheshire 7869, looking happy but still a baby. Need you to grow up there. And the rabbit will give you wool, and then on rare occasion a rabbit's foot. The rabbit's foot is a community center item. So here is actually a truffle. I'll grab this. I believe the pig found the truffle here. Yeah, so here's a truffle. Very nice. So obviously, with our first truffle here, we're going to throw that right in our community center chest. It's always good to get that first truffle, right? You invest in the pig. The pig costs a lot of money, folks. 16K, right? But it starts paying dividends once it's grown up. So all good things here. All wonderful things here, actually. Let's elevate it to like the next happiness level, right? So you got good, and then you got wonderful. We're on the wonderful train here. And we are not stopping. So as far as what we can kind of do today, I mean, there are several different things that we can kind of look into. Obviously, we have the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. So I like the prospect of that. I also like the prospect of getting a few of these mushroom logs. So why don't I get like 6 of them? So let's get 6 of them. Let's get them in place. We have plenty of resources for that. Okay. Let's also take a look at... What are we looking at here? I mean, I think I can probably run by Gunther. Believe the bookseller is in town. Right? Certainly need to stop by Pierre's and get some rice. We can do that in due time. It's not a critical matter by any stretch. Let's take a look at the chef's bundle here, though, quick. So we need the maquis roll and the truffle. So if I can get... I mean, maybe we just do this as well. You know what I'm saying? We could certainly do it. I would need 1 fish, which... Do we have a fish in here? Yeah, we got a rainbow trout. In fact, I believe our capacity is increased. Yeah, so 3 of 5. Yeah, why don't we use this last rainbow trout here? Let's take a trip into town. Let's buy some rice. And let's get our community center bundles kind of figured out here. And you might as well complete one. Good things happen when you do that, of course. So we'll do that. And then I'll also drop off some stuff with Gunther as well. So I'm going to grab the truffle. Got to come back to the farm anyways and make the maquis roll. Maybe we can run by Demetrius, drop off that melon. And I do want to stop by Robin's and get yet another fish pond. And I want to get a fish pond that's for our lava eel as well. So let's grab what we need to build it, of course. Move that bottom row. Rainbow trout, yeah. Let's get the mushroom logs in place here quick as well. So from what I understand by the mushroom log here is if it's placed by wild trees, it grows faster. So let's just get a couple... I guess I don't know like the optimal placement. If you do know, please let me know in the comments. Like, what is the absolute best way to use our mushroom logs? I'm thinking something like that and we can kind of tweak it from there, of course. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what comes to mind. And it looks like we have our caviar done here. This is also another community center item. Very nice. So let's get this back in the chest as well. Alright, it's back in the chest. So we need a single unit of seaweed, I do believe. So let's grab 1 more of those seaweeds. Let's go buy some rice. Let's see if we can gift some people some things. So let's grab the common mushroom just in case, you know, we run by a few folks. Can hand those off. Maybe some people are particularly interested in the fiddlehead fern. Can gift those away as well. And then for Gunther, let's definitely run by. Drop off the dinosaur egg. Drop off the rare disc. I feel like we're close to getting another reward there. But, of course, I haven't been keeping a close count. So, we'll certainly see. And then also Demetrius and the melon. So why don't we prospect Robin first and foremost here. And then I think it's also probably... I mean, we do need more copper, right? So we could certainly run into the mine for a little bit on just the earlier floors. Get some copper. Certainly do that. And then we could also just kind of in prep for the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, right? Get on the beach by 7. Start catching some cucumber. And put ourselves in a nice economic position for... Hey, here's Demetrius here. A nice economic position for fall. Of course. This is perfect. Yeah, you're welcome, Demetrius. Anything else you need, you just let me know. I gotcha. Alright, construct farm buildings. Let's get another fish pond. Absolutely. Got a nice little plot of land for this as well. Let's throw it right there. And that will be our lava eel pond, of course. Let's see. Does Robin like grapes? She sure does. Perfect. Maru, do you like the fiddlehead fern? Super gifts, absolutely. Alright, got serious brownie points there. Alright, so let's track it on down here. Let's go to Pierre's. And let's get a unit of rice. We're going to need that to cook with, of course. Fiddlehead fern, what are you supposed to do with that? Yeah, well, I mean, I personally eat them, right? Like, they're real tasty. Just try it out. We also have the bookseller, too. That's an interesting prospect because we do have a few books that can be turned in, of course. So let's buy some rice. I only need 1 unit for the maquis roll. So let's not go overboard here yet. We do have Caroline, of course. And she is, of course, overgifted, folks. We've just kind of been making a habit of that, haven't we? Broken glasses in the garbage, kind of where they belong, you know? So it makes sense. But let's hit up Demetrius here. Let's see, does Alex like grapes? He sure does. He's all about them. Alright, Gunther, what's up? Donate to museum here. Rare disc. Drop that off right there. Dinosaur egg. Throw it right there. So we get nothing new interesting. Harvey, you seem like a mushroom enthusiast. Such a nice gift. Hey, you're very welcome. We like making people happy here. So back to the farm we go, folks. We're going to hit up the kitchen, and then I think the most prudent thing to do is run by the community center quick. And then after we do that, here you go, Evelyn. You're a sweet, sweet lady. Just gonna stop into the saloon and check it out, but I mean, basically the reason you stop in there is for the fried egg or the maquis roll. Well, we can make the maquis roll now. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really need to purchase that. Let's just cook it ourselves. Let's practice our culinary skills here, folks. Like, that's kind of what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get to the oven here. Maquis roll, boom. It's been a long time coming, but we finally got it here, folks. And we can complete this bundle now. Very nice. You gotta love when it comes, you know, full circle. We got some goods here that we can certainly sell. The recyclables as well. So we don't need that. Let's go ahead and get a piece of broken glasses. Processing into more refined quartz. You gotta love it. Let's drop this off as well. Okay, very, very nice. Alright, let's sell. Sell, and then back to, you guessed it, the community center. I think... Well, actually, let me check. Are there any more truffles in here? Sometimes you can miss them, right? The tall grass will obscure the truffle rather well. Usually if you're on the farm working, you can kind of hear it pop up, but obviously we've been away for a while. So let's go ahead and run by the community center. Let's drop off and complete the bundle. And then the ultimate thing I'm going to do, I think, is we'll go to the mine. We'll get some copper and some stone. And then I'll try to get to the ocean by 7 p.m. I actually don't have a weapon here, so that's not good. Yeah, that's really not good. That's actually a pretty big oversight that I don't have a weapon. Well, let's just see what we can do here. Alright, fodder bundle. Nope, not the fodder. In fact, I should have grabbed that hay that I've been meaning to drop off. But we do complete the chef's bundle here, folks. And what do we get? We get pink cake. Very nice. We will certainly take the pink cake. And now I'm kind of at an impasse here. Do I go back for the weapon? I mean, I kind of have to, right? I just kind of do. Why don't I go back for the weapon? Let's see what the bookseller will give us by turning in the few extra books that we have. Unfortunately, it didn't come to mind when I was back on the farm. Unfortunately. That's alright, folks. I, of course, am only human and cannot remember everything by any stretch, right? Alright, so let's grab a weapon. Our bone sword is going to do well. Absolutely. And why don't we go ahead and grab these 2 books as well. Let's take the minecart to town, which will spit us out kind of close to the bookseller. We might as well grab a sweet pea while we're at it. So to town we go. Alright, up to the bookseller. I don't know what his timing is, right? If he's closed, got a nice patch of bushes here. Kind of reminds me of Zelda: Link to the Past. Anybody else get that vibe? Trade in books. Okay, so we get 20 hardwood per woody secret that we turn in. Looks like there's some other possibilities here as well. Okay, so some of these books we haven't even found once yet, but if we get duplicates, we can certainly come back. I mean, I'll take 40 hardwood, absolutely. That's like, what, 10 trips to the secret woods? 6 trips? 5, 6 trips, maybe? Very, very nice. Alright, let's get up to the mine, and I think I can just do a little spelunking, and then we'll catch the Moonlight Jellies around 11 p.m. No cucumber fishing today. I'm low-key kind of burnt out on fishing, if I'm being honest. And not sure what the worm spawn there. Looks like it... Whatever was dug up kind of flew off the screen. Very unfortunate for us, but what do you do? Linus... Does Linus need some goodness from the earth? I reckon he does. Never mind, he's been overgifted. It's a pretty common theme here, folks. We've been real generous. We've been real generous. Alright, so if we want to find copper, let's go down to floor 20. And then 21. Spirits are, of course, in good humor today. Sometimes you can get a bomb or something from this fellow here. Can also get just a crab pickup as well. See, not the most ideal, but we'll take it. Alright, so here's some copper right here. Definitely going for this. I'm also looking for just basic stone. We've essentially tapped out our stone supply, and you'd hate to need a lot of it and just not have any of it at all. Another thing I'm looking for is bug meat, of course. It's another good resource to have. Use a lot of that making bait. And these big stones here are certainly something that we're going to take advantage of. And we got the meaty boys. We're a lot stronger this time around there, meaty boys. You don't stand a chance. In fact, give me that bug meat. Let's go. I like these light gray stones here. They give you a guaranteed stone. Where these other rocks don't necessarily guarantee you a stone. I mean, they have, excuse me, a high probability of producing a stone for you, but it's not a guarantee. So it's literally like a stone node, right? Where these other nodes are simply just rocks. Got some coal there too, very nice. Always take some coal. Alright, let's go. Let's just keep going. Got some more quartz. Take that. Gray stone. We will certainly take that as well. Here is the elusive copper. It's just been hiding from me. Kind of feels like. Alright, meaty boys. Going down. And let's see what else we have lurking in the cavern. Alright, so it's 9:50 here. Let's see if we can get another floor or 2 done. Hopefully some large stones pop up. That would be a good find. You kind of grow to appreciate the large stone, if you know what I'm saying. Also, if we get our finances in order, we can certainly buy some stone from Robin as well, but I mean, I prefer to just work for it, right? Alright, so the Moonlight Jellies is going to be starting real soon here. So let's make sure we get back in time. But first and foremost, let's take out this guy. Alright, so let's go to town. In fact, this might actually be close. I think we'll get there in time. Hey, what's up, Willie? Do you like crabs? He sure does. Alright, let's go. So what do we have? Either that or is it tomorrow, maybe? Did I misread the letter? I might have misread the letter there, folks. Either that or I just straight up missed it. They might be saying that it is occurring tomorrow. Well, if that's the case, we'll hit it up tomorrow then. Be a nice little way to close out summer. In fact, I think if I remember right, it's like symbolic to kind of close summer. Like that's what the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies is, right? It's like an event that is symbolic as it closes out summer. So, yeah, I might have misread that. My bad, folks. My bad. It's kind of been a long day, low-key. This is just a little, this YouTube thing, and I love making content. I have found that it's something that I truly do enjoy. I love making content. I love building a community. You know, I really appreciate you fine folks for tuning in and giving me encouragement and, you know, just enjoying the content, right? Enjoy making content that you enjoy. So there's all great things about this whole YouTube journey that I started at the end of November in 2023, right? So, been at it for, what, about half a year? Maybe a little more. And it's been great, but it's also just a side gig, right, folks? Got a full-time job. I got a career, right? So, gotta put that first. And man, day at the office was a long one today. And I also play softball as well as a hobby, so it's been a long day, we'll just put it that way. But here we are farming, we're having fun, we're going to sleep on time, we are not sleeping outside, right? And the day 27 of summer does close. We chip in about $4 grand, and we're looking good. So yeah, now that I check the TV again, it does say tomorrow, right? So the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies is occurring today now that it's day 28, last day of summer. So we will fall asleep here, folks, and upon waking, it will literally be fall. A brand new season. That's new forageables, new crops. We learn how to make bread. All good things in our growth journey here. And we do get our final blueberry harvest. This is going to put us over the top. Very, very nice. And 10 o'clock p.m., a rare, beautiful event will take place, and that's, of course, the Moonlight Jellies. So we are all over this. Hopefully we can get, let's see, where are we at for farming? We're level 9. Maybe we can get level 10. So obviously you get experience. In fact, before I forget, well, not that I would forget about you, Luna, but let's pet the Luna machine. Let's get the Luna machine some water as well. She's a good girl. And if you haven't been following along with the series, well, Luna is my dog in real life, right? So I have a real dog. Her name's Luna. She's a sweet dog. And we do get the farming level 10 upgrade here, folks. You love to see it. Absolutely. So we're just maxing skills here. We're having fun. We're making money. We're catching the occasional cucumber. We've gotten pretty lucky with some of our fishing chests, right? Got that ancient seed. Got the dinosaur egg. Still looking for a few other rather rare items that I will not spoil or even mention here quite yet, but we're obviously on the lookout for them. So, got a nice little final harvest here. I mean, we got sunflowers, we got spangles, we got tomatoes even. My goodness. Alright, so we're going to cash in big time here. Question is, do we have any maple syrup? I see pine tar. I see oak resin. Alright, so big sale going down here. So corn, you bet. Spangle, sunflower, spangle. Hot pepper. Radish, hot pepper. The blueberry harvest here. Summer spangle, sunflower. Tomato. Hold on to the summer squash. Hold on to the sweet pea as well. Sell the spice berry. Hold on to the rainbow shell. Actually, I'm going to sell the rainbow shell. Just don't really see much of a utility for it beyond just gifting. And if I'm being honest, I don't really recall who likes or dislikes the rainbow shell. I mean, it seems like a cool gift, though, for sure. Alright, so the Luna machine is satisfied, taken care of. Chasing around the squirrels and the like. So let's go check in on our animal friends here. Alright, we have our cows, we have our full-grown pig, who is a truffle-producing machine. And we'll just continue to get better at it as the happiness level rises. Alright, so Kemp, just loving it. What's up, Hampton? We milked the goat yesterday. You can milk the goat every 2 days. We already did that, so go on and find more truffles, my pig friend. Let's go. And chickens. Bunny, how you doing? Still a baby. Still got our incubator a-rolling there. Got a nice looking duck. You gotta love the family that we've been building here, folks. And if you are enjoying the Stardew Valley here on the channel, please consider helping a small channel like mine grow, especially if you get value out of the content. If you're enjoying the content, enjoying the playthrough, please consider helping me grow by just becoming a subscriber. Please also give the video a like if you think I'm doing a good job. Would really appreciate it. It really does help me out. It really helps motivate me. I love hearing from you folks, so drop some comments in the comments field if you have anything to say about this particular playthrough or farm that we have going on. Give me some tips, right? It has certainly been a while since I played some Stardew, right? And I figured, well, we got 1.6 coming out. It's one of my favorite games. But I'm not going to sit here and claim that I know everything about Stardew Valley, right? So if I'm missing something, like, quite apparent, right? Like the sunflowers and spangles. If I'm missing something quite apparent, or if you think I would benefit from some information that you have based on your knowledge of the game, do let me know. I would love to hear from you. Just drop me a comment. I read them all. And like I said, I would love to hear what you have to say. So, thank you so much. And let's just keep rocking and rolling here. Alright, so everything's looking good. It is Sunday. Let's head down to the traveling cart. Might as well pop into the secret woods as well. And let's see if the traveling cart, at long last, has, and you know what I'm saying here, folks, the red cabbage. Let's see. Alright, nice. Got a bunch of common mushrooms here. That's good stuff. Should probably bring my scythe with and just clear some of this out. Not sure how we're doing for hay. I think we're doing pretty good still. But let's see what the traveling cart has in store here. I kind of feel like red cabbage. I just kind of feel it. Let's go. Hook it up. Waving at me. Garlic seeds, bok choy, deluxe speed grow, tortilla. If you see my tarot cards runs, you know that the tortilla is a troll to me. Gravel path, cranberry candy, octopus straw floor, birch bench, rare seed that we will, of course, buy. And then you can buy the hat right off this purple pig looking thing here. We're not going to do that. I think he can pull that off better than I can. We are quite content at this particular point in time with the straw hat. That is superior to the bowler hat or the bowling hat or whatever it's called. That other hat we were rocking, it doesn't fit our head, kid. Alright, so let's dispatch of the slime here. Not today, slime. Just not in the mood to deal with you today. Alright, so let's see. I mean, with all that we sold here, folks, we should be sitting pretty good for fall 1. Now, obviously, we're going to make a big investment in seeds, right? But another thing we're going to do is, you know, we can look at getting the house upgraded. Might be able to build a shed. And a shed is essentially, it creates a building that has a space allotment to it that allows you to place things like kegs or preserves jars or whatever you want to sort of create a production chain on, right? So it gives you a lot of space to do that in a consolidated area, right? You can throw chests down easily in there. It's not space that is taken up on your farm beyond just the size of the building, right? So it's actually a pretty good way to sort of set up a racket, right? I don't really know that we're in great position to necessarily set up a racket. Looks like we have a mystery box here. Okay. I don't know that we're in a great position to really set up a racket quite yet. But the shed is certainly the way if that's what you're looking to do. And that's another 15 grand, right? So, obviously everything costs money. I think the most prudent upgrade is, I would say, probably the house. Because if we can get our house to level 3, then we can get a cellar, and there's good things that happen when you get a cellar. But that's a whole racket in itself, if I'm being honest, right? So we'll figure it out. Anyways, back to the farm here. Let's sell these fine products. Let's get this processing. Suppose I could always go for some more copper. I mean, we do need some more copper. I don't like being so low on a pretty vital resource. Because you know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to go to simply use copper one day, and we're not going to have enough. I also unquestionably need more stone. So maybe that's what we do, and then we book it down to the beach at 10. And of course, I was thinking that was yesterday. I stand corrected. I was incorrect. And I have no shame or problem admitting that. So why don't we go by way of town here? See if we can drop off these sweet peas with any lucky participants of the community. And then let's go up to the mine. Let's see. Anybody here? Evelyn. You're very nice. You're also very welcome. Gus, what do we got on the menu today, bud? Hash browns. Maybe we can buy some of these cheap recipes. Why not? Got some cash money in the bank. Got more coming in today as well. Alright, so let's... And we have Caroline here. You've been overgifted. No, never mind. She has not been overgifted. Does the timer start over on Sunday? Looks like it does. Okay. So we can actually just go on a gift frenzy here. Let's see if Linus is around. We do have a mushroom, and we know he likes mushrooms. And of course, the more you befriend the members of the community, the more they will like you, right? And then the higher their friendship is, so that's... And I know most of you folks know this, but for those that don't, you get a heart value, right? The more you give them gifts, the more they like you. You steadily grow a relationship. And when it reaches a certain threshold, you get a new heart, right? And then once your hearts get high enough, you actually start getting gifts from these people in the mail, right? Sometimes recipes, sometimes... Like a few episodes ago, Linus gave us a... What was it, a fish? Or a parsnip or something, right? No, he gave us a recipe. I think Jody gave us a parsnip. But either way, they start gifting you things, right? And that's also the key to finding a mate, right? A spouse. Is there are single individuals here, right? So Leah, Emily, Abigail. Right? And we've been working on kind of all the people in the community, right? That's why we give gifts. But once you get high enough hearts with an individual that's single, you can actually eventually choose to, you know, engage in a relationship with that person. And you can get a different spouse, and different spouses do different things and provide different bonuses. It's just part of the charm, right? Stardew Valley, I would say on its surface, it seems relatively basic and simple, but it's oh so deep. It's a very in-depth game. And the developer put a lot of heart and soul into this, and it just shows in the way it's made, right? I think most folks would agree that appreciate this game here is just, there's a lot of character, there's a lot of soul, there's a lot of spirit in this game, right? You can tell it's a labor of love. But please do let me know in the comment section if you have a different opinion. I mean, like, honestly, give me some... Tell me something that's wrong with Stardew Valley, right? What do you not like about Stardew Valley? I mean, I personally... I don't have any complaints, really, at all. I mean, I think sometimes you can find yourself... maybe a little, I don't want to say, like, bored is not the right word, but just kind of aimless, right? Like, without something impactful to do. Like, if we were going for just complete maximization here, I'd be fishing almost every single day, right? And just getting as much money as humanly possible so we can get through all of the upgrades and things that we need that much faster, right? But I don't want to fish every day, you know? And I think that's part of the charm of Stardew Valley. So it's not really a criticism, but sometimes you feel like you're just kind of, I don't want to use the term wasting time, but you feel like you're not really doing high value stuff sometimes, right? Like, do we actually need copper? I mean, the answer is yes. We'll certainly use it, right? But are we really making any money today beyond the crops that we're selling? No, right? Could I spend the time at the beach just chucking in that fishing pole, catching some super cucumber to chip in an extra 5 grand? Yes, I absolutely could, but I choose not to. I just don't feel like it today. We need some other resources, and that's kind of what we're going for. That is also the charm of Stardew Valley here, folks. You can choose to do what you like. You can play it any way you want. You can make money any way you want. I mean, you can be successful in this game without even growing a single plant. Like, you can do it. You're not going to get, you know, everything unlocked, and it'll probably make your playthrough a little more challenging, but, I mean, you can do it. You can just go to the mines every day. And mine, and, you know, sell the bars for cash. You could do that. You could just go all in on animals, right? You could certainly do that. Choose not to grow crops at all. You can do something for 1 year and then transition your farm into something else. You can choose to just go low income, right? You're not paying rent in this. You don't necessarily have to make money. It just, obviously, it helps, but You don't have a timer. You don't have a time clock. You're not trying to pay the rent by, you know, X date. Otherwise, you lose. You don't actually ever lose. Even if you die, you still... You know, you still come back to life. So, there's a lot of charm in this game. And I really like the way it was kind of developed and then upgraded over time. It's something absolutely charming about this entire game. And like I said, it's been out for what? 7 years? 7, 8 years? And if it speaks to anything about Concerned Ape, the developer, you know, he just released the free 1.6 update. Well, free if you have purchased the game, of course. But it's not a DLC, right? It's not something he's charging you for. But he's still coming out with updates for this game 7, 8 years later. I think that is the point I'm trying to make. So it just speaks to the overall kind of community that has gone in on this game and the overall community that supports this game. A good group of people, and you have good taste because this game's solid. This game's amazing. One of my favorites. So anyways, soapbox aside here, folks, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to the beach now. The dance of the Moonlight Jellies is commencing, and you don't want to miss it. It is a marvelous sight. Something to marvel at. Something that will strike you with awe and wonder. So let's go. Make sure we get there in time. Almost missed it. So here we go. We got all of these little water lanterns lit. This is, of course, an opportunity to interact with the community. So Pam, how you feeling? Actually, let's check out what Pierre is selling. Pierre always has to make a profit, right? Modern rug. That's a nice looking rug, man. I'm not going to lie. I really like that rug. Moonlight Jellies banner. Yeah, I think I'm going to get one of those. The modern rug is a little too expensive. Let's get a starport decal, though. These candles are romantic, aren't they? Yeah, you bet. Don't tell Gus, but I'm a little disappointed there's no buffet tonight. Moonlight Jellies, I wonder how they taste. Oh, Gus. Another guy always trying to make a profit. Life is so easy for a jellyfish, just letting the waves carry you onward forever. Indeed. Want to see the rare green jelly? Well, I hope we see it. Thought I saw something moving in there, something big, something dark. Yeah, it's probably a super cucumber there, brother. Such a rare and exciting thing, indeed. I wonder if they're poisonous. Take a swim. Find out. Haley, I'm going to take a picture of the jellies when they arrive. That's right, she's into photography. Should probably know that, given I'm trying to court her. I can't believe summer's over. I feel like it's just started. Yeah, no kidding. There's a heavy load of people for an ancient... Let me start over. That's a heavy load of people for an ancient wooden dock. I'll stay over here near the beach. Fair enough. Although I don't think you're going to drown in the shallows. The jellies were here a year ago, and they'll be back again a year from now. Nature is amazing. Yes, it absolutely is. Nature is incredible. I hope there are babies this year. Mayor Lewis, good evening. The Moonlight Jellies are close. I already saw one glowing in the distance. Once we launch the candle boats, they'll come up from the docks and say hello. Jody, how's that cauliflower I gave you like a month ago? There. Just saw something glowing. Oh, it's gone. Indeed. Look out there at the endless sea. Deep underwater, all kinds of life forms are moving around in the dark. That's terrifying. Yeah, absolutely. That's terrifying. I wore my special shoes tonight. No one noticed. Poor Clint. If we keep polluting the oceans, the jellies will surely go extinct. It's already happened. It's already in the process of happening. Excuse me. I can't read tonight, apparently. And Willie, most night fish would be scared of the lights. These are strange ones. Indeed. Launch the boats. Yeah, let's do it, Mayor Lewis. Let's do it. So this is the dance of the Moonlight Jellies ceremony here. And we will launch the boats. And we will enjoy this fun event. It's an opportunity to feel more engaged with your community, right? Everybody experiences something marvelous, something wondrous, something awesome. By all definitions of the word awesome, something awesome and beautiful and wonderful, right? So just enjoy the moment, folks. Looks like we got some babies this year, right here. Forget which townsperson was asking for that, but we got them. Looks like we have the rare green one right there. Incredible. Got Haley snapping photos. Got George. George even made it out too. How's that knee feeling, bud? Amazing. Marvelous. The glow of summer has faded. Now, and the Moonlight Jellies carry on toward the great unknown. It's amazing, and we do wind up back at the farm here, folks. Which is good news for us, right? Don't have to leg it back. So let's go ahead and just get a few final things done here on the farm. The last day of summer. I keep thinking I have 3 mayonnaise machines. I do not. That is not factual. Alright, let's see if our pig found a truffle. He sure did. Here we go. Wonderful pig. Thank you. Alright, so I think another thing I can get is I can start getting some truffle oil as well. So let's see what it takes to make a truffle machine. Or not a truffle machine, sorry. An oil maker. So what does that take? It takes 50 slime, 20 hardwood, and 1 gold bar. Kind of a random gambit. Definitely making one of those. Absolutely. Alright, let's just keep on rolling here. And what you can do with the truffle itself, right, is you can... So you want to throw the oil maker down, which we can do right here for now. And then you put the truffle in the oil maker. You will get truffle oil. It is a quality product, an artisan product that sells pretty darn well. Aquamarine, we're good on that. Decor chest, you bet. Either that or... You know, do we take just a little bit of time? Just decorating the stuff for a little bit. Yeah, to commemorate summer here, folks. We're going to get these cool decals down. Excellent. It's funny that you can sit in that. Let's get it right by the fireplace. It is far too chilly where it's currently placed. And let's hit the sack. Alright, let's see how much cash money we made, folks. Level 10 farming, though, of course. So we have 2 choices here. We have artisan. So artisan goods, wine, cheese, oil, etc. worth 40% more. Agriculturalist, all crops grow 10% faster. So we have a choice here. We truly do. I mean, worth 40% more is just insane to me. Especially as you kind of get into the mid to late game where you can really maximize these artisan goods. I mean, that's impressive. 10% faster. So if something grows in 10 days, it will grow in 9 days instead. It kind of feels a little underwhelming, right? Obviously, if you scale it out, I mean, it probably has more of an impact, but if you scale it up, it probably has more of an impact too, but if you scale this up, it also has more of an impact. So, in my mind, this is the obvious selection, so we're going to go with Artisan here. Absolutely. And let's see what the bank is paying out here today. 12 grand in blueberries. Blueberries, just the king of summer. So we made 22,750 there, folks. And I must admit, that and level 10 farming, you know, 22,750 and level 10 farming, what a tremendous way to end summer. So with that said, I'm going to end the episode here. When we jump into the next episode, it will be fall. So we will see fall 1, of course, and we will just continue on from there. So in fall, there are new fish to catch, namely ones for the community center. There are forageables that we need to find, namely for the community center. There are a gambit of crops that we need to grow, namely for the community center, right? Are you catching a theme here? And essentially, it's going to get us real close to a lot of stability and a lot of benefits of completing the community center. I think we're doing really well here to achieve our stretch goal, our overarching goal of completing the community center in year 1. We're close. A few things have to come together yet. We have to find that red cabbage. It should be in the traveling cart somewhere, but we have to find that. And then everything else is kind of coming together nicely. Got a lot of cash in the bank to spend, so I'm looking forward to that. And then yeah, looking forward to just crushing fall. So if you are with me on this journey, if you're enjoying this playthrough series, please consider becoming a subscriber. In fact, if you are at the end of this episode here and you are not subscribed, I would probably ask you why not. And obviously that is your choice. I totally understand. All good. Much love. Right? But at the very least, please consider giving the video a like, especially if you think I'm doing a good job. I would really appreciate it. Would really help out a small channel like mine grow. But ultimately, folks, and I want to make this clear, above all, I appreciate your viewership, and I thank you so much for tuning into the series. Let me know how I'm doing in the comment section. Let me know if I'm doing a good job. Let me know if I'm missing something big, right? Give me your recommendations, like how do we take this? I mean, I've got my own plan, I've got my own style, but if there's something I'm missing, please do let me know. Love to hear from you. But with that said, folks, I'm getting on out of here. The next episode will, of course, be Fall 1 and onward. So thanks so much, folks. I do appreciate your viewership, and we will catch you in the next video. Thanks a lot.